how do you deal with age differences when you're interacting with a girl that's definitely younger than you? Initially, what I do is I frame the interaction that the girl is younger than me. The moment that you tell the girl that she's young, it's no longer that I'm too old, it's that the girl is clearly young or maybe even too young. What you don't want is the girl's like, how old are you? And you're like insecure and like, oh, like I'm like pretty old, honestly, like you'd be surprised. And she's like, how old? And you're like, guess. And she's like, 26. And you're like, older. And she's like, what? And you're like, I know. And she's like, 30. And you're like, no, older. What? And you're like, I know. You're a grandpa. What are you doing here? Why am I talking to you? Go to bed. Where's your kids? What you need to do is really simple. How old are you? I'm too old for you, baby. Don't worry about it. That's it. You just say that and instantly the tables have turned. How old are you? I'm older than you. Don't worry about it. What? Yeah, look at you. You're like fucking 22. Now look at what it's become. The girl is too young. I didn't understand this concept when I was like earlier in my progression of game, and I played it wrong. I used to go to this venue where a lot of like 21, 22 year olds would go, and I started to get in my head as I hit like 26, 27 that like, damn, yo, everybody at this venue is like in their early 20s, and I'm like the older guy here. And so like when girls would start talking to me about the age difference, I felt insecure about it. Because in my mind, I was like, well, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm like too old for this. And I was only 26, 27. It wasn't even like some crazy number. But when girls would ask me how old you are, that's how I would respond, like insecure, feeling like I was too old to be here and that they are gonna think I'm weird and creepy for being this age. And if that's the thought that you have going on, that's gonna bleed through in your communication. And as a result, they're gonna fall into that frame and they're also going to think you're too old, you're too weird. What the fuck are you doing here? Go do adult things. Go with your son and go to bed or whatever the fuck. The older I started to get, the more I started to realize like, yo, if I just flip the frame initially and make it sound like the girl's too young for me and I tease her at the fact that how young she is, it no longer becomes a problem. If anything, the girl starts to try to qualify herself and prove to herself why it's okay. Literally like this year, I've had girls that are fucking 21 and I literally tell them I'm 32, but I don't frame it like that. If they say, how old are you? I'm like, I'm too old for you, don't worry about it. Or I'm way older than you, don't worry about it. I can tell you're like young as fuck. I can already tell with just one look at you, you're like young as fuck. Instead of them telling me, what are you doing here? Like, shouldn't you have like a family and kids? I'm the one telling them, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you still be in college? I joke that like they should still be in high school or they should still be in college. Like they're letting college kids into this fucking venue now? Yo, damn, what the fuck? I start saying this shit to them. And then guess what happens? The girl's like, you're not that old. Wait, how old are you? I'm like, I'm older than you, don't worry about it. I look a lot younger than I really am. What you guys don't understand is like, dude, the older you get as a male, it's more attractive. Like girls want older men, man. Girls want older men. Swear to God, dude. This is something I didn't understand in my 20s, is that you're more attractive at 32 than you are at 22. I'll be more attractive at 36 than when I'm 32. Some people watching this might be like, what? Ew, no, like, no way. Dude, as long as you take care of yourself, guys, as long as you're improving, you become more and more and more attractive. Girls like men that can protect, provide, give them resources that they feel comfortable, safe, and secure around. That's where their attraction is created. Girls' attraction towards a man gets triggered based on how much they could mate with that dude, and there would be resources and the baby would thrive around them. So the more connected you are, the more money you have, the more protection you can provide for them. All these things that come with age, as long as you don't let yourself go, as long as you're staying on top of your shit, as a man, you're gonna make more money. You're gonna know more people. You're gonna be wiser. You're gonna be smarter. You're gonna be more confident as long as you don't let yourself go. Okay, so once you understand this and you play into the game and you see a girl, you're just like, oh, you're a little girl. You're like fucking 22, 23. What? I'm not 22, I'm 25. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What? I'm 20. Maybe the girl's like, I'm 28. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't care. Even if you're fucking 30, I'm like, oh, okay. I still act like you're younger than me because it's attractive as the dude to be older. The girl wants an older. She doesn't want a dude that she's the senior to. She wants a man that she can follow. Okay, so the more you can just play into that role that she's the young one or the little one, man, it's attractive. And before you know it, the girl's like, oh, you're 32? Oh, that's not that bad. I like older guys. Oh, we're only like 6 years apart. We're only like 8 years apart. The same girl would shut you down for being 5 years apart if you acted the wrong, weak way. And this goes for any kind of shit. It's not just about age, guys. It's about height. It's about how much money you make. It's about anything. You just need to flip the script and not fall into the frame and react and start getting insecure. All right, so as long as you can understand those concepts, that it's just a frame battle, and as long as you have the stronger frame and you're presenting it to her like hers is the downside, she's gonna fall into that and start qualifying herself as to why it's okay.